What if you could retire early and spend the rest of your life traveling or pursuing your passions or doing nothing? Is this even possible? Anything is possible. I want you to know what the stakes are, and I want you to know why doing storm work as a Cat IA is crucial to you buying your way out of the rat race. When I say retirement, what I mean is having an interest income that covers your expenses. What this does is frees you up to pursue your passions without worrying that you're going to starve yourself or your family. It frees you up to take the kind of work that you really want to do when you want to do it and on your own terms. Frees you up to travel, and it frees you up to retake that most precious, fleeting resource that we all have, and that's our time. So let's run a few numbers. There's a basic calculation that you can run which will tell you how much money you need to retire by our definition. And that is, you take your annual spending on expenses and multiply it by a number between 20 and 50. For our purposes, I'm going to multiply it by 25. So if you spend $36,000 a year on your expenses, which is your mortgage, food, utilities, things like that, wherever you're at, use whatever number works for you. But in this case, we're going to use $36,000. So $36,000 times 25 is $900,000. If you have $900,000 in an investment account, your safe withdrawal rate is about 4% after inflation, assuming an average return of 7 to 8%. So let's assume as a cat adjuster, you make an average of $100,000 a year. So you take home an average of $100,000 a year, which for the sake of our example here, we're just going to say that you're going to take home $100,000. That leaves you $64,000 to save. Now, you can do all kinds of things with that money. You can travel with it, you can redo your kitchen with it, you can pay off loans with it, which by the way, I recommend that you do before you ever start investing. You have to be debt-free of everything but the house. No car payments, no truck payments, no RV payments. If you can save $64,000 a year, you will be able to retire with $900,000 in your investment account, in a mutual fund, an index fund even, in 14 years, just a little bit over 14 years. So if you're 35 years old right now, you could be functionally retired when you're 49. If you're 25, you could be retired before you're 40. You could have an interest income coming in that covers all of your bills and lets you do whatever you want, whenever you want to do it. The problem is that as a Cat IA, your income is extremely variable. So you might have a year where you make $200,000 and then have a year where you make $90,000. So the way to save this is to just never vary your spending. Keep your spending absolutely as low as possible. Everything that you make over that, it goes straight into your investment account. You cannot get that money back out. You're not going to use that money to buy a new car because you don't like your pickup truck. Once you retire, you can take that money and do whatever you want to with it. You can keep running claims, and then all that money is gravy. So if you make an average of $100,000 a year, and you have interest income coming in that's covering your expenses, well, you're saving $100,000 a year. But of course, that sounds all great and wonderful, but life happens, right? So sometimes you get in a car accident, somebody goes to the hospital with cancer, life happens. And that may set you back a year or 2 or 3. But you're still way ahead of everybody else if you get on a dedicated program to spend less than you earn and to save every penny. This catastrophe insurance job is an outstanding way to save back a lot of money in a relatively short period of time and kind of buy your way out of the rat race. I enjoy doing claims, but I'm going to tell you right now, if I have given the choice, like somebody walks up to me and has the power to do this and they say, you can spend the rest of your life running claims or you can spend the rest of your life doing whatever you want to do, picking this. Every single time, 100 out of 100 times, I'm going to pick this. I'm not going to be like, well, I really want to keep climbing roofs for the rest of my life. I'm not going to say that. The beauty of this job and the reason why so many people are drawn to it is because you can make such great money in such a short amount of time. And if you have a focused plan for this, you can buy yourself right out of the whole rat race. Like I said before, follow your passions, travel, spend a lot of time with your family, stay home. You can literally do whatever you want to do if you can get your basic expenses covered. So if you're on the fence about whether or not you want to become a catastrophe adjuster, or you're worried that the startup expense and time is a little bit too much of a hassle right now and you don't really have the money. Just think of it like this. This is a direct path to early retirement. And this is no joke. So I encourage you to mess around with these numbers and think about the possibilities that this particular job presents for you. While you're working as a CAT adjuster and saving back this money, you can live literally anywhere in the country that you want to. So you can live in a low-cost area, which will fast-track your savings. You'll earn most of your income in the spring and summer and early fall, and you can spend the rest of the year at home all the time with your family and kids. You will absolutely earn more money than probably 99% of people who have graduate degrees or PhDs, and you'll be reaching up into the income levels of doctors and surgeons and attorneys, all without any formal education. It's a no-brainer. This particular career path has made many an early retiree. So if you're interested in learning how to really thrive on your first CAT deployment, which will set up your career as a catastrophe adjuster, I invite you to check out my book, The Elite Adjuster Method, 3rd edition. I offer it all by its wonderful self and in 2 additional packages, which include some incredibly useful tools and resources to get your career started and to help you once you get on your first storms. I've got estimate templates, I've got tons and tons of macros, I have claim scenarios to help you practice before you get deployed. I've got scripts which tell you exactly what to say and when to say it, from the first contact to the settlement, including denials. So even if you just buy the book, you're taking a huge step to building a lasting career as a catastrophe IA. I truly hope that you've gained some value from this video and all my other videos and posts that I put out there for free. This is a passion of mine, and every time somebody gets deployed on a storm and reports back to me that they just absolutely crushed their first storm, it makes all of this worth it. Okay? Well, check out these awesome videos, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And thank you guys so much for watching, and have a great storm.